Have you been struggling with Monk in the early levels? And you're quite weak. You're struggling to beat even the weakest minions. Well, I have a solution. Like, if you're struggling like the early levels of Monk, this is your video because this saved my life pretty much. For the best Monk stuff, you will be rotating between Ice Strike, Killing Palm, and Tempest Bell. An occasional Falling Thunder with Killing Palm is quite fun. When later in game, around level 17, Monk becomes quite powerful, but you're quite squishy the first levels, and you die. Your spells kind of suck as well, and it's a hard time. But tip number one is switch to bow. You are actually allowed to use bow when you are a monk. Mind blowing. You don't have to be a ranger. So press G, and I will show you full screen. And we will redo. I actually a little bit high level, but what I did do, I did go for lightning arrow, lightning rod. And then there you see we get those small bursts. But now the bow is not leveled for it. Leveled enough. It's level 5 bow, and I haven't leveled up the bow skills because now at level 17 we have the ultimate build for early monk as well. But up to level 17, 16, until you get the level 5 skill gem, now we switch to our staff. You can find a staff with 2 gem slots, or you can also make one. But this is the Mind Mask Gothic Quarterstaff. Physical damage 25 to 41, and elemental damage 7 to 11 and 6 to 10. It's fire and ice. I could just improve more physical damage, but I wanted both ice and fire as elemental damage, depending on what I'm fighting. Depending on the boss, they will be strong against a certain element. But I did choose to get off both. But with my lucky roll, I have 52% increased physical damage, so 25 to 41 is pretty naughty. For the best monk stuff, you will be rotating between Ice Strike, Killing Palm, and Tempest Bell. An occasional Falling Thunder with Killing Palm is quite fun, but other than that, you will mainly use Ice Strike and Tempest Bell of your early spells. Before that, rotating between Lightning Arrow and Lightning Rod, the first 15 levels, is essential. Vaulting Impact is really good to be avoiding to get closed in by a big group of mobs, and also when you can kill multiple people or mobs with Vaulting Impact. Together with Life from Death and Taste for Blood, you will be regaining quite good amount of health. The faster you kill, the more health you will regain. And with Siphon, you will also regain some of the mana that you will be burning through when we are almost only using spells. I'm just using the Quarterstaff Strike as backup. We are doing quite okay damage. Regular Strike without any buffs is 225, Falling Thunder 172, and Ice Strike is 273 damage. Staggering Palm, not really in use at the moment. I've been thinking about it, and Tempest Bell is quite fun. But that's a look on the skills and passive skills I'm using. And other than Ice Strike that I enjoy quite a lot, you also have Wind Blast and Tempest Flurry. And depending on what the enemy boss is resistant against, you might want to go either way. I could have went closer in or deeper down the bow route, but I didn't want to waste gems. But I did take Lightning Arrow and Lightning Rod early on. If you would have done anything else, what would you have picked of these? I did put Cold Infusion on my Ice Strike and Martial Tempo. And more attack speed will give us better DPS as well. And the Cold Fusion supported attacks gain plus 25 damage of extra cold damage. Supported attacks deal 50% less fire and lightning damage. So yeah, this is not so good that I have the fire damage here. So that's a minus. I would rather have like double ice on it. But we learn of our mistakes. Okay, I managed to get a small pack here on me. And let's lose a little bit of health. And boom. We heal quite a lot. Oh yeah, our health regeneration is quite good as well. And that I used Killing Palm and Falling Thunder. The Falling Thunder is quite measly at first, but if you use the Killing Palm to steal the life essence of your enemy, you get a better Falling Thunder. Let's see. Okay. And boom. Quite good. You get rid of a lot of mobs around you if you're into that kind of stuff. But the main thing is we're using Ice Strike and that you heal up. And you also, it takes some mana, but you will mana leech your way back and then also your health, so you won't be using your pots as much, or you will use them quite normal and you will just be able to push through into harder areas. And if you don't have a staff with rune slots, you can use Artifier's Orb as a rune socket to martial weapon or armor, and you can add up to 2. I would save it for your melee weapon. But yeah, I will show you how effective it is. And we can try to do this boss fight. I did also put this vaulting impact. Yo, sad life for us that we didn't have. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is good for us. Okay, there we go. He's almost down. So yeah, it's quite effective. And we did actually to make this without the waves that's bursting in. And yeah, I must say it's one of the better builds I have been doing. And I can recommend it. It's quite simple build though. Depending on which skills you're gonna use. With your abilities. Let's see. Would I strike? Pick your elemental damage after that, because the fire damage is kind of getting cancelled out from here. Not fully, but you know. But you can also optimize it way better than I have. I'm still a beginner, so this is quite of a beginner guide. But yeah, to summarize, lower levels go bow pretty much. And it's a nice little way to not die immediately, because as monk you're quite squishy. You go for lightning arrow and the lightning rod. In my examples, I didn't deal much damage because they're at level 2. I did use them to like level 15, as I said earlier in the video. And yeah, and try to get stuff that will help with your resistance, quite basics. I go with a little bit of recovery on some of my items, lucky loot, get good evasion. I try to have a high dexterity, maximum life, but the main thing so far, just get a really good staff and you're good to go. And you will go through your mana quite a bit, because I'm only using the Ice Strike, so to get more mana it's not a bad thing. But we do get like the Mana Leech and the Life Leech as well. What is your idea in the long run? How should we proceed? This is for up to like level 20. Skill speed, recover some health, and Mana Leech. This is the beginning. But what is next? We could go like Immortal Infamy, increase energy shield, recharge rate, recover 2% life on kill, plus 10 intelligence. It's something. I've been thinking about going over there. But what do you think? What would you recommend? But this is my tip, and I hope you will enjoy. Thank you.